Hi, I'm Ruth McKeaney. Welcome back to Hillside Farm. Today we're taking a little trip down memory lane as I share some of my favorite recipes that we've had over the years and my family loves. These dishes have unforgettable flavors and lots of heart. I hope they bring you a little joy and inspiration to your home too. Enjoy. Welcome to the summer series, and today I'm so excited because my daughter Audrey's home from school for the summer and she's going to help me make a couple of easy family recipes that I think you will incorporate into your recipe book, I promise. And it's ribs and cornbread, and those two things, kind of like peanut butter and jelly, they go together. And we'll start with the cornbread. And if you have the cookbook, it's on page 218 if you want to follow along with the recipe. So here we go, Audrey. We start out with, and I think, let's go over cornbreads, because I think you can have the dry, crumbly, probably more savory cornbreads. I tend to like the ones that are super, super moist and might be mistaken for dessert sometimes. What do you love about it?
It's a cross between cake and
but it's phenomenal. So it easily becomes everyone's favorite. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put 4 cups of Bisquick. And to that, you're going to add a cup of cornmeal, not the cornmeal mix, but the actual just plain old cornmeal. To that, a cup of sugar. And if you could mix those up just to get all those dry ingredients incorporated. And this 2 tablespoons of baking powder. There you go. All right, while she's doing that, we've got 4 eggs, and what we've done is we've melted 2 sticks of butter. Pure butter, salted butter. And then we've got here 2 cups of milk that we're going to pour in. You think that's good?
Yeah.
All right, let's take the 2 sticks of butter.
You're doing it like that.
Add that. So I have a dear friend. She moved down to Charlotte. Her name was Carolyn, and about 20 years ago she gave me this recipe, and it has been a staple in our house ever since. All right, you got that? Let me add the milk. And I think what makes this recipe, and you're going to see at the very end, is when it comes out of the oven, I take between a half to 3/4 of a stick of butter and melt it and drizzle it over the whole top. And sometimes you can mix that with the honey if you want. All right. 2, 3, 4. There you go. This pairs amazing in any kind of barbecue, any kind. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Even now with barbecue.
Even now with barbecue, with anything. All right. I'm going to take this pan, a 9 by 13, and we have preheated the oven at 350. And I'm going to take avocado oil just because my daughter has me staying away from all seed oils. So we're going to take avocado oil. And you're going to pour all that in there. You got it? And it's in a 9 by 13 pan. You got it?
Yeah.
Trying to.
Honestly, you don't even need to wait for it to cook. The batter tastes just as good.
I know, that's the thing about baking. All right,
Yeah,
you got it? Yeah, I'll get the spoon. Okay, and then you're gonna wait about 40 minutes. The top will be kind of a golden brown, you'll see, but it'll still feel just cooked because you want it so moist. All right, got that? We'll put it in. All right, next we're going to do the ribs. Okay, cornbread goes with ribs perfectly. So I'm going to tell you my favorite rib recipe. Would you open it?
Yeah.
It's pork loin back ribs, okay? Costco sells them in giant things of 3 full sets of ribs. Today I just grabbed it from the local grocery store, but pull them out of the bag. I once had these at my friend, well, I've had them multiple times at my friend Becca's house. And I asked her, how is it, and she's from Tennessee, and I said, how is it that yours are better than anyone else that I know? And she said it's because she has a secret, and she shared that secret with me. All right. First of all, get heavy duty tin foil. Heavy duty, because the other stuff is going to be too thin and it's going to rip. Take your ribs, put them
this way or the other way?
You're going to put bone up. That way all the juices flow down into the meat. Now you're going to salt and pepper the ribs.
Do you want me to flip it, or is it just?
Yeah, go ahead and flip it. Okay, salt and pepper them. Now, what is so cool, I have the oven at 300. We are going to wrap this in the heavy duty tin foil, and these are going to slow cook for, I mean, a few hours, probably 3 to 4 hours, until they're literally almost falling off the bone. At that point, we will pull this out of the oven. I'm going to take it out of the tin foil, and we're going to put it on the grill with your very favorite, whatever barbecue sauce you love. But the secret is they're already so tender, which oftentimes ribs aren't tender. They're literally falling off the bone. We have served them like mounds of ribs, and they're one of our family favorites. Would you open that? Yeah. All right, we'll wait a couple hours and we'll show them to you when they're finished. All right, I think the cornbread is ready, and I think the ribs are as well. So we're going to start with the cornbread. I've also lost my help. She went to work. So we're going to pull out the cornbread. Ooh, it's hot. And while it was cooking, I went in there to check on it, and I wiggled it, and of course it wiggled a little bit. I have melted 3/4 of a stick of butter, and here we go. I mean, anything with butter. Just kind of pour the butter all over the top. Get it all nice. This is going to soak in. This cornbread is so good. Okay, so here's what I've done. I'm getting ready to pull out the ribs. They're going to be very, very, very tender. I'm going to put them on a plate or on this board, and the grill is already going. I have it on like a medium-high heat because they're already cooked. You just need to sear the barbecue sauce. Choose any kind of barbecue sauce you like. I mean, my kids like different Sweet Baby Ray's. It could be any kind you'd like. And we're going to brush the ribs, put them on the grill, flip them, brush them again, and the ribs will be ready to go. So when you undo it, whew, it's hot. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to brush it inside. I'll take it outside and put this on the grill. I brush both sides of ribs, even the bone side. All right. And we will take these outside. I'm going to spray just a little bit of avocado oil on, just so that the ribs don't stick. And these are so tender. What you can do is just cut them in half, so you're not trying to put a full rack of ribs, because they'll fall apart. And I have it at a pretty high heat, so it just sears. I'm gonna close it for a minute or two, let it get brown, flip them over, do it one more time, and we're done. So I hope the next time you're having a barbecue, you give these ribs a shot along with the cornbread. I promise you'll love it. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Have a great day. Okay, the next on the list is celebration chicken salad. At least that's what I call it in the cookbook, and it's on page 196. And maybe because I make it for all celebrations, but I love this chicken salad, and I'm gonna have my daughter Avery help me do it. Ave, hey girl.
Hello.
Okay, we are gonna make your favorite lunch thing, chicken salad. The other reason is chicken salad, we make it a couple different ways. We make it with the grapes.
And then we also do curry chicken salad.
Curry chicken salad.
That
Which
one's
one do you
my
like?
favorite.
That's your favorite. Yeah, I didn't know what to do today because I don't know. You never know if someone's gonna like curry or not.
Yeah, I think this is usually everyone's favorite. Our family loves this. I've actually made it at school a couple times.
Oh, have you? So Avery's the one, my daughter, who's getting married in October, and she's actually moving to Chicago. Is today Thursday? Or in a couple of days. So I am grabbing her while I have her. So what I've done, let me give you an idea of what we've done. Last night, I cooked several chicken breasts. I poached them, which means I put them into tin foil and let them steam at 350 degrees. It kind of steams, so they're very easy to shred. That's why I like it. So I did several chicken breasts, and I put them in here. Now, one of my favorite things that I love to do, it works better when the chicken's warm, but the chicken's been in the fridge, is to actually take blender and you mix it up. It will shred it by your, you can, it's unbelievable. I have it on my Tip Tuesdays on my Instagram at Hungry for Home. I do different kitchen tips, and one of them was this because I used to hate shredding chicken. You'd sit there with 2 forks.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 forks doing this. And now all you have to do is this. Now, you do have to worry it doesn't spray everywhere, so I will get a little towel and hold it up for you.
Ooh. It's because they're so cold.
They're cold. Go ahead. You're chasing around the chicken breast. You can do this until it's as fine as you want. I've done Cuisinart, but that makes it too fine for me. Keep going. When the chicken is warm, this takes not even 20 seconds. It's done. But I wanted to be able to show you what it looked like. There you go. I made a lot of chicken salad for today.
Okay, I think I need to finish.
You're gonna finish that on your own? With the chicken flying everywhere?
Can you grab me 2 forks maybe?
Yeah. You're just gonna finish it up this way?
It's almost done.
Okay, but it's shredded chicken, which is the way I like my chicken salad. All right, to this chicken salad, what we're gonna do is it's kind of, I think it's probably what most people love. It's the onion, celery, grapes, a little salt and pepper. I think one of the magic ingredients is a little bit of cinnamon. So this is what we're gonna mix all together, and I'll give you the amounts. You got that? Let me get you another bowl. Okay, so we've got most of it. Here's what it looks like when it's shredded. It's pretty small, which is it's just a nice way to cut up your chicken.
I like it better than cubed.
I do too. I don't like cubed chicken. So for the recipe, it usually calls for about 4 cups of this, but I'm doubling it today because we have so many girls coming. There we go. Leave the big ones that are in there. Okay. We're gonna salt and pepper, literally eye it. Salt and pepper to taste.
Do you have a spoon?
Pretty liberally with the salt. Pardon? Yeah, I can get you a spoon. There you go. Go ahead and toss that before we add anything else. What's great about this chicken salad, you can put it on a bed of lettuce, but you can also wrap it up in a wrap. You can add bacon strips to it in a wrap. I mean, you can do anything with this. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add here we go. Again, I'm making twice, so basically I'm putting in 2 cups of celery. Got that? You want to mix that up?
Yeah.
And 2 small,
And 2 small
onions. Yeah, diced up. Okay, go ahead and mix that before we add the mayonnaise. Let's see if I can get more mayonnaise. We're going to add, hang on, 2 cups of mayonnaise. We have not added the cinnamon. So what you're going to do with this cinnamon is you're going to take about a teaspoon of, it's half a teaspoon if you're doing the 4 poached pieces of chicken. But we've done so much more. I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon. And again, you can eye it, you can taste it, figure it out. I'm telling you, this is the secret ingredient. There you go.
I didn't know you put it in it.
Yeah. Do you not follow the recipe? Go ahead, just mix it all
I
up.
just forgot.
And then the final thing is grapes. Just seedless grapes. Put in as many as you like. I love, the more grapes, the better. When you're doing the curry chicken salad, what we do is we don't add the onions, and we add curry. But that recipe is also in the book. And then I toast almonds, and I throw in toasted almonds. And I think that that's what makes that whole salad.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Now I'm gonna do this. Why don't you stir it, and then, how is it? Need anything?
You might need a little more mayo. But
Okay. Sometimes, depending on how dry you like it or how wet, you gotta add a little bit more. We are gonna just serve this in a white bowl. People can put it on lettuce if they like, or just eat it as a chicken salad. I'm going to go ahead and do croissants with it. Now, the way I love to do croissants, I don't like to buy croissants that are already made and packaged. I like to get the kind you actually have to bake. 2 places have croissants that I enjoy. Whole Foods does, as well as Trader Joe's. Welcome to the spring series, and we are about to do something that you're going to be able to use all summer. Well, all year, but in particularly, I would say this summer.
It's a grill.
It's a
grilling
grill,
item.
and I love anything marinade and rubs. And there's something about summer. You're leaving the eating comfort food all winter and going right into summer and grilling. And
Yeah.
you love grilling as well.
Yeah, I do.
So I asked Heather to go ahead and bring me one of their family's very favorite marinades, and it's kind of a dual recipe because it has a rub as well as a marinade.
Yes.
So Heather, take us away and tell us what we're going to eat.
We are going to do pork tenderloin, and first we're going to make a marinade, and ideally you would do the marinade and let it, well, you can do it overnight in your fridge after you marinate it, but you can also just do it for 1 to 2 hours. So if you don't have time, it's quick. It would get better with more time.
And it
but
tenderizes
it's
it,
yeah,
doesn't
but it's
it?
still good.
Okay.
So our marinade is going to be, we're going to have molasses, orange juice, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, and it's great.
Little olive oil.
Yeah.
So you've got the tenderloin. I will work on this. I'll put the amounts in, and you tell us what you're getting ready to do with that.
So when you buy tenderloin, if you buy it at the grocery store, typically it will be in a package, and you'll have 2 tenderloins in your package. So this recipe is enough for 2 tenderloins. If you get it at the butcher, you can ask your butcher to clean this up for you a little bit more, but often if you buy it at the grocery store, there's this really lovely thing called the silver skin, which is not that fun. And nobody really likes to do this, but you're supposed to take it off. So you just have to take your knife and put it gently underneath till you can get a little piece.
I usually don't take it off. That's great. Well, then I deal with it when I cook it.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it will be rough when you eat it.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes if you get it just right, you can pull it off.
And while you're cutting that, what I'm doing, she's gone ahead and let me know a little bit what's in the recipe, is I've taken 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, which I've poured into there. I think that's about 1/3 of a cup. What I'm doing, I know it looks a little crazy, I've taken, she and I both love to marinate in gallon-sized baggies because you can move it and manipulate it and make sure it all gets coated. So I've just taken a bowl and put the baggie in here so I can pour everything I need to in here right now. 1/3 of a cup of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm eyeing this. Shoot me. Oh, I just got it all over. 1/3 of a cup of orange juice. Yes, that's me. 2 tablespoons.
That's real life.
That's real life. 2 tablespoons of Worcester. I love Worcester in anything.
It's salty. It adds a lot of flavor.
All right.
And it's great for marinating the meat.
A tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm going to throw that in there. I mean, what's not to love about garlic? I put it in this plastic.
And I will say, fresh garlic is a good call on this because it really does help.
Yeah, it does.
You know, you could use the frozen ones, which I know you use as well.
I do at Trader's, but I went and got fresh.
But fresh is really it because you think about it, a marinade. The whole point of the marinade is you're trying to flavor your meat.
Yeah.
So you do want to use good fresh ingredients when you're doing that.
Okay, so what's the secret?
Molasses. Molasses is the secret. It adds just that little bit of sweet, and it's delicious.
So you're going to take a tablespoon of molasses. I mean, the difference between cooking versus baking is you don't have to do as much measuring.
I don't measure terribly when I do this kind of stuff.
I bet you could also use honey.
You could.
Or a maple syrup.
Yeah.
I think anything I think any of those sweeteners I think would work.
I use maple syrup a lot because my dad still does his maple syrup.
Yes.
Which is fun. I know.
Her dad goes and taps trees.
He does.
If he knows that he can tap your tree,
He will tap your maple tree.
He will tap your maple tree, and then he'll bring you fresh maple syrup. Oh, but I have to tell you, my kids, they just, maybe because they grew up with the artificial, they're like, no, this tastes too real. Like, all right, so we've got this right here. I've just kind of mixed up that baggie a little bit. Everything's in there. Are those ready to go in?
Yeah, they are. They're ready. Here,
All right,
I can
so
just
go
grab
ahead.
them. I'm just going to do this since I just washed my hands, and then I don't have to touch them again.
All right. In the meantime, I've turned on the grill. Well, you wouldn't turn it on ordinarily until right before you cook. But you'll put on the grill. Medium, medium, high.
Medium.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Once it's in the bag, I want you to do this. Literally.
Yeah, and I will, just as a safety precaution, usually put it in a big bowl or in something when I put it in my fridge so that we do not accidentally spill marinade all over your entire fridge.
I, on the other hand, have spilled marinade all over my fridge. So that's the difference between Heather and me. Heather is always careful and organized, and this is what I look like on a daily basis. So there you go. We'll put that in the pan. We'll refrigerate it for 2 hours.
Yes.
Then we're going to pull it out.
And then we're going to make a rub.
Oh, we're going to make a rub right now.
we got to make the rub. So let me get rid of this. So we've got chili powder, ground cumin, ground garlic powder, ground oregano, salt and pepper.
And the pepper needs to be the kind that's kind of a crushed pepper.
Yeah, it is. I think so too, because it'll cook on the meat, and it's the rub really adds a lot to this dish. It's great.
2 tablespoons.
So
2 teaspoons
we're gonna do
of
2
chili.
teaspoons of chili powder. If I can find your. All right, so that's a half.
Yeah, so 2 different sizes.
I
Do you
know.
see that? So if it's too wide.
I know, that's actually brilliant.
I know.
So that's 1, 2.
All right, then you need a teaspoon of pepper. I went ahead and combined it.
Yep.
A teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of cracked pepper. We're gonna go ahead and add that.
All right, half a teaspoon of the cumin. It smells so good.
Garlic, garlic powder.
So is another half of the, it's actually a quarter of the garlic. Oh, look at these. These are the funnest.
I know. The great thing about these is they're all different colors and they're different shapes. So if the bottle is narrow, it will go in there.
It's great. And then
Oregano.
half a teaspoon of oregano. Which, look at us, we're trying to find I want to get the right one. Half a teaspoon.
There you go.
Okay.
Mix that
And
up.
this is just gonna, sit until we're ready to coat the tenderloins and grill them. So you don't have to put this on until just yet.
Okay.
Okay, we are ready to, we just took our tenderloin out of the fridge. It's been marinating for a couple hours, and we are going to put the rub on it. Ruth is starting the grill, and actually one of the things I like to do is I like to wear gloves when I'm doing this, because there's a lot of spice in your spice rub, and then you just don't have to worry about getting it on your hands or accidentally in your eyes or anything like that. So take your tenderloins out of your marinade, and there's no reason to save that. You just discard your marinade. And then we're gonna take our spice rub, and this is the other benefit of using your gloves, is you can just coat it and not worry about it getting under your nails or anything. I like that.
She brought in her box of gloves.
I did.
I love it. I love it. These look gorgeous.
It's really an easy thing to do. Again, once again, it's something you can prepare ahead of time, marinate it before your guests come, and then do this. So we would normally bring this to room temperature for a little bit. You do want to usually have your meat sitting out for a little bit after it's been really cold.
Okay. This is a great something even with Memorial Day coming up.
Yeah.
What would you serve with it?
I would serve, you could serve the mac and cheese that I know we've made before. You could serve some grilled veggies. I've done grilled asparagus, grilled veg on the side, some salads.
Love grilled
I've also made like a little bit of like a salsa that you could do next to it. And
you could do a mango salsa.
yeah,
I bet that would be
delicious.
really
That would
good
be
with
delicious.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this on the grill. All right, it's off the grill.
I can smell it. It smells really good.
It smells so good.
Yum. It's got so much flavor. And I just love the crust on the outside because of all those spices. This is really flavorful.
And ordinarily, I let meat rest.
Yes, I would
just
cover
so it doesn't get dry.
Cover it with foil, let it rest probably for at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes. But I'd like to try it.
Yeah,
So we're just
why
going to
not?
just sliver it just a little bit. You could actually even serve this kind of, I don't know, as a little appetite. There's just different ways to serve
and
it.
pork is sort of an
go.
underrated meat. It doesn't get enough.
Oh, it's delicious.
That's really good.
I hope you try it. Do this with, honestly, a mango salsa would be really
excellent.
yummy because of the sweetness. But give it a try. It's going to become a staple in your house this spring and summer. Thank you for joining us. So here we go. We're going to do a blueberry tart. It's on page 227 of the cookbook Hungry for Home, which is my cookbook. And that's what it's going to end up looking like. But I love it because it's rustic and it's really fun to use it outside for an outdoor meal. And I'm telling you, it's beautiful. And then you throw in a little catmint on the side and it just looks like it belongs on a farm. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with 1.5 sticks of butter. I melt them. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but I melt the butter. Throw that in here. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of sugar. Go into that butter. A pinch of salt, just like that. And 1.5 tablespoons of cider vinegar. I think that this is what sets this particular crust apart personally. So 1.5 tablespoons. Here we go. I'm not an exact measurer. All right. Mix that up because to that, we are going to add 1.5 cups of flour. Here we go. I measured this all last night so that I didn't have to do it while we... All right, mix this up. It's almost like a shortbread crust. I mean, I could eat this before I even put it in the pan. That's probably the problem. I have the oven preheated at 400 degrees. All right, then you have a tart shell. Now a tart shell is something where the bottom comes out like that because you're gonna pop it out later. You don't grease the tart shell. We're gonna throw this into the pan like this, and you're gonna start pushing it out. These little rivets is what makes the beautiful edges of a tart. All right, so it's gonna end up looking like this, all right? You're gonna set that off to the side. Now comes the filling. All right, here we go. The filling is 6 cups of blueberries, fresh blueberries. These have already been rinsed and dried because you don't wanna do it wet because then you're gonna add the sugar, it's gonna get clunky. So 6 cups of fresh blueberries. We have to save some blueberries, and I have some in the refrigerator, but you're going to, after this cooks, you're going to top it with fresh ones. That's what makes it look so fabulous. All right, the next thing that's gonna go into the filling is 3/4 cup of sugar, and I already have that out. I don't always use all the sugar because sometimes blueberries are sweet by themselves. So let's get that. So 3/4 cups of sugar. And then you're gonna do 3 tablespoons of flour, just like that. This is gonna be a thickener. So flour will thicken, otherwise it would be a total watery mess. Some people I think use cornstarch, I just use flour. All right, mix all this. Now we're gonna take this mixture. Oh my gosh, here we go. And we are going to pour it into this. Spread out that flour and sugar that's coming out. Get it all even everywhere. And then we are going to dot the top with 3 tablespoons of butter. Just kind of dot the top. I mean melted butter on blue, come on. 3 tablespoons. All right, let's get this in the oven at 400 degrees. It's already ready. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Sometimes it's helpful to put a pan underneath it in case any of the juices come out. Okay, one of our very favorite salads, my cousin Lori over in Georgia introduced us to this recipe. And do you think every time we're there she makes it? Probably. It's everyone's favorite, and I think it's a great summer salad because it's strawberries and bacon and poppy seeds.
We requested her to give the recipe to my mom.
Yes, we did. And then I got permission to put it in this book. So it's in the book on page, can you read that? My eyes are going.
223.
223. And I think it's going to become a fast favorite of yours. We're going to have Audrey help us. Audrey is my number 4 daughter, and she just actually had her graduation party last night, and she's going off to college in the fall. I'm going to let you two tell us how to make the salad. Okay, what are you going to, she's going to explain. And you're
Okay, so first, we already chopped up the romaine. We like it very bite-sized, so nice and small. And then we're going to crumble about a 1/4 cup of bacon into it. So we already have cooked all the bacon. So Audrey's gonna crumble that into the salad. And then we have about 1 pint of cut strawberries that we also already cut. So we'll just...
Are you sure it's a 1/4 cup of bacon?
That's what it says in here.
Huh.
We like
Do
a
I
lot of
always
bacon
add
in our
more
salad.
bacon?
I think so.
Do I always add more bacon?
And then we're also going to add about a 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds, which I'm just going to...
I really add a lot more bacon than most people.
will. And then the last thing that goes as a topping on the salad is a red onion. So we've already cut it up a little bit. It's about a 1/2 cup of chopped red onion, but I'm just going to break it up. Okay, and then the next thing we are going to do is the dressing for the salad, which is a poppy seed dressing, right? So we're going to mix it all in this mason jar, and the first thing we're going to add is a tablespoon of poppy seeds.
Looks like the rest of this.
Yeah, just eye it.
And then 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I can add. And then a half cup of mayonnaise.
Avery, do you think you'll do a lot of cooking when you get married?
I already cook a lot, and I know for sure I will cook a lot more once I'm married. I love cooking.
So does Audrey. I think Audrey loves everything very, very healthy. So there's a lot of smoothies and juices and avocado things done. Got that?
Yeah.
And then a 4th cup of milk, which is in here. And then lastly, a 4th cup of sugar. And then we'll stick the top on, shake that up.
I think it's a little bent, but you can get it on. And this, I would not put it on the salad until you're ready to serve, because romaine lettuce tends to wilt pretty quick. But once this is on, put this in the fridge, keep it chilled, keep this chilled, and I'm telling you, it will become a family favorite.